Welcome back, everyone, to the Lost Depths of Phandelver. I hope everyone had a great week.
It was
Heck
good.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hooray! Congrats on level 8, everyone.
Yeah, level 8's big.
All right. So, as we continue on through the Forbidden Reaches, in search of the swamp horror, we find ourselves at the end of another grueling fight. Companions hurt, although there's a little bit of hope felt within the whole party here, as you kind of manage to knock out a couple of these beasts and kind of face another one a little larger. You look at your party members, your companions that you've come to know. The mud on their faces. Aliva with a very large kind of welt, if you will, underneath her left eye. Looks like some kind of a sting or a bite. Brandy, your stomach feeling just a little turny. D1, you feel normal. Absolutely normal, like nothing has changed. Ronan, with your odd coming and going sweats, hot sweats, cold sweats, in this place that seems to be getting wetter, and the winds seem to be blowing more stronger gusts kind of hit you from the south, that which you can only imagine as a storm that seems to be brewing from the south, or coming up the coast rather. As you all stand here in this moment, taking in the horrible stench of the swamp, you feel almost invigorated as you continue to fight this last displacer beast, as you've come to know. All right.
Let's do this.
Let's do this. Okay. As you all examine the displacer beast, the only one that seems to be left standing, you can tell it's definitely wounded. Different parts of blood kind of squirting out from areas, puncture wounds caused by Brandy's rapier, and also slices caused by Aliva's scimitars. You can also see the two that are knocked down on the ground, the knocked out. They're definitely they're still breathing, but it's very shallow, and you can tell that there are limbs that are possibly compromised, either broken or other. D1, you are in the front here before we go back through the rotation. And I'm just going to say that you notice, as well, I guess the whole party notices, I guess there's no big secret. The wind seems to be picking up. The rain seems to be falling at a more steady, constant rate. You can hear the thunder getting closer. It's all around you at this point. There's definitely some very large storm that seems to be right on the horizon. All right, we're going to start back at Ronan, and we are going to, followed by D1 on deck.
All right, so beaten, bloody, breathing really heavily. I'm going to run my hand up my glaive.
Okay.
6 HP.
All right. You got it.
Get a spell slot back.
You got it, Ronan. As you do this, your glaive itself, you feel, as you're holding it with your other hand, you can feel kind of an electrical charge go through your fingertips and kind of up through the middle of your palm and up through your wrist and your arm and up into your shoulder. You can feel like almost like a static charge, if you will, kind of constant pins and needles all the way up your arm, just for a moment.
I kind of wince at that pain.
Yeah.
As I trudge forward.
Okay. Perfect.
And I'm going to make some attacks.
You got it, Ronan. Let's see what you got. Oh, no.
goddamn.
So Ronan swings in.
I have an inspiration. Can I use it for that?
You can. Absolutely you can. Yep. You got
Yes.
it, Ronan. Hey, look at
better.
that,
Dang.
Ronan. Look at that. So Ronan, as you kind of you get up and you kind of you stumble over here, definitely not feeling amazing as your stomach is kind of a little woozy, and you step over the dead remains of a vine, some kind of carnivorous vine creature, part of Audrey. As you step over it, and you swing your glaive out in the direction of the displacer beast, and you hit it dead center, like as it's kind of focused currently on D1 and Aliva. It's kind of right behind the back of the rib cage. As you slash upwards, there's a new wound that's formed here, Ronan, and a little bit of black ooze kind of seeps out from the upper layer of skin, and then a little bit of blood dribbles out from the bottom as you observe. All right, Ronan, is there anything else? You have a couple more attacks.
I'm going to dump a smite into that hit.
You got it, Ronan.
It's 48.
Okay,
Or wait, 5d8.
5d8.
Yep.
All right. Oh my God, this is fantastic. So Ronan, as you slash up with the glaive and you feel it make contact with the bottom rib, and you see the wound open, there's a jolt of electricity that kind of funnels out from your shoulder that you can feel up from your left shoulder, where you have a very obvious thing, we'll say, going on, as you can feel the electricity kind of rush down your arm and into your wrist and through the glaive itself, and you feel the power kind of surge out of the glaive, and you hear the beast itself let out a roar that's just so, it's such a painful sound, as the kind of the ravens and the birds in the area here kind of flock off, in big waves, as you kind of look up in the sky. It looks back at you with its green glowing eyes, Ronan, and you can see it stumble a bit to kind of keep balanced as it kind of shows its teeth at you.
Well, that smite knocks it prone.
Oh, it does.
So I'm gonna.
All right.
I'm just gonna fucking dead ass stare this thing
does
as
knock
it
it prone.
falls. and
You got
step
it, Ronan.
Forward one more to make that second attack.
Okay. I'm gonna put him
Which I
upside
believe
down.
would be an advantage.
All right. It is with advantage.
Great weapon master. This shit.
Woo! This is some crazy, crazy shit.
I think I have my curse active on too, so that'd be an extra 3 damage.
Is it? Let me just check. I don't have it written, but I'll give it to you anyway because I believe you. I trust you. All right.
All right, second attack going out.
That's unfortunately that's a miss, Ronan. As you kind of come down hard, like in this vulnerable spot, it seems that the rain has kind of gotten into your grip a bit here as you slip a bit, and you just kind of seem to hit an area of the beast here, which it seems to not take too much damage. You hit it on a non-vulnerable area, we'll say.
All right. Well, feeling like I got a little too cocky there. I'm gonna do my pull arm bonus.
Okay. All right, that is a 23 to hit. That's 100% a hit. That is absolutely enough, Ronan. As you stab the butt end of the staff of your glaive into, I will let you describe it if you'd like. You're knocking it out, right?
I knock him down with that first hit, and there's that bit of electricity that just flows through me, which is weird.
Yeah.
I make the second attack overhead, and it just kind of glances off of him, and not even like stopping the swing, I just turn the pole arm around and bring it down.
Perfect. Use the momentum, yeah.
Just like fucking staring this thing in its eyes while I do this.
And you could see as it kind of loses consciousness and its eyelids kind of close and its head kind of folds backwards on itself, and it absolutely is knocked out at this point, Ronan. Well done.
And then I fall to one knee.
Perfect. Well done, guys. Man, I can't even... You guys are too good. All right. What would you like to do in this moment, as the rain itself seems to be falling at a more heavy rate, you can tell?
Well, D1 will quickly pull some rope out of his backpack.
Okay.
Start tying Green up.
You got it, D1.
Look at the group and say, I need 10 minutes. Don't kill these things.
I mean, we better figure out what to do with them. I mean, I don't think these ropes are going to hold them forever.
Not
I'm
forever,
assuming you have a plan.
Yeah,
You better
we'll
have one.
I'm gonna have a conversation with these fuckers.
Oh, with the angry dogs.
Lethal cats, but yes.
I'm looking around the swamp, considering we just got attacked like 3 or 4 times in a row, and I'm like, this is really not the time or place. This is absolutely ridiculous.
It's a little crazy. I mean, I don't know what...
I mean, we could use allies.
Exactly. And when are
We had
going
these
to...
bad boys on our side. In
When
the
are we
swamp,
going to
man.
get this opportunity again? We're already on a time crunch.
Yeah, if it's possible to train these while looking for the swamp horror.
It's absolutely possible. We have to more make a deal with them. Please just let me talk to them.
You got 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, I think I'm definitely on board. Whatever you need. Well, not
9 minutes and 50 seconds.
It's money, but
Oh, the wind, you guys. It seems to be... Aliva, you notice it. Your cloak is blowing frantically, kind of flapping a little bit, making a lot of noise until you kind of, shove it back down a bit.
Yeah, while they're messing with the animals, I'm watching the water warily and looking around a lot.
You got it.
you're gonna
For
be our
sure.
lookout.
Yeah, definitely. As
Also
you
looking
kind of
back the way we
stand
came a lot too.
For sure. As you kind of stand here, you all notice too, as D1 continues to tie up the displacer beast here, that the fog itself just seems to be moving in such a way that it's starting to become harder and harder to see past a certain distance. You already can tell that it's being reduced by the mist the fog that seems to be rolling in.
8 minutes.
Alright, so I do the ritual cast of speak with animals.
Yeah, sure. You do this, I'm assuming, pretty quickly.
As soon as I fell to my knee, I started it.
Okay, perfect. And you're doing it on green, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the biggest one. All right. So as you cast here, Ronan, the rain is just pouring down. It might as well be the size of gold pieces. It's huge. Big, huge raindrops that you can feel every drop fall on you. It's almost percussive in force. You can feel the splash as all of you are just getting completely drenched here in the moment. Thistlefoot kind of laying on the ground here. Grumback he begins to kind of move in his direction. Brandy kind of moves past you, gives you a nod.
Are you injured? Do you require aid?
I think we're all a little beat up, but we might have to drag out the hut here soon.
Well, I must attend to other things first.
Yeah, D1 will be tying up the thing while Bat's talking to it, and then I'll just say,
Okay.
you got Thistlefoot? Are you okay with him?
I do. I will perform his last rites.
Yeah, get him up off the ground on that wagon. That way the Crocs can't just like beat him on the ground, right? He'll
I agree.
get him off the ground. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and he picks him up, kind of scoops him up. You can see Thistlefoot is in bad shape. Like now that the rain's fallen, you can see it's like washed away some of the blood. Yeah, he's in bad shape. The acid got to him pretty bad as he kind of walks by you all with Thistlefoot and out of your, kind of out of your immediate area. Aliva, as
Yes?
you stand here in this moment, looking around this murky, awful, just gross, sludgy swamp, corpses everywhere. Crocodile corpses, displacer beasts knocked out in front of you, a giant plant monster thing that you've never read anything about, in all of your studies, lay behind you, its mouth open wide, kind of, you can see how gruesome it is. Your companions around you, these people that you've kind of been traveling with here, you have this amulet. It's finally around your neck, kind of dangling, kind of close to your heart. You can feel the weight of it. You continue to think about your journey and about the lore and the legend and how this can't possibly be what they say it is, right? You've read stories about this. You've heard rumors and legends. Roll a history check for me, Aliva.
All right.
That's okay. So 14. All right, Aliva. You remember the etches from the books that you saw, the tomes, the many tomes, actually, between your studies, you remember being fascinated with the thought of such a powerful relic being able to be wielded by any mortal being. You know a little bit more about this amulet than everyone else does, Aliva. Its legends and its myths are kind of very, very familiar to you. The only thing you don't know is how it was acquired and what it's actually for. Aside from a deal and pact that was made eons ago. But you have in your possession now this wonderful, amazing relic. What would you like to do?
Well, I guess first I want to acknowledge the apparently the bad bite I have under my eye.
Yeah,
what is it
sure.
doing?
Let's do that. Absolutely, let's do that. I would say roll a Constitution check.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I give her a bandage without breaking my spellcast?
I'm gonna sound like such a jerk, but I would probably say no because you're in ritual. You're kind of doing your ritual stuff. But that's a good question, man. Good question. Look at that, 16. So the water has been able to kind of wash the surface pretty clean. You can feel that it's whatever's underneath it. There's like fluid or something underneath it. I would describe it as a really, really bad mosquito bite. It's very big. It's kind of on your cheek. It feels tight on your face. It's very engorged.
Okay.
Sorry,
But I'm
I don't
not
know.
feeling ill.
Yeah, it's very full of stuff.
But I'm not feeling ill
Not currently.
currently. Okay.
No, you don't seem to. You even check. Like you check yourself. You take a breath. Your stomach seems mostly fine. You don't seem to. It's been a couple. It's been a little bit since you've eaten, but you don't. As you look around, you don't really feel. I would imagine. Yeah, you feel mostly okay in that way. Yeah.
Well, I'm resistant resistant to necrosis and resistant to disease, and if
Yeah.
I need be later, I have cure poison. So I'm gonna
Perfect.
ignore this for now.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Right now, though, I am kind of running a finger over that locket and just contemplating what I do know of it in, I guess, relation to my goals.
Yeah.
and whether or not this team has actually been helpful or not, because so far it doesn't seem like they have been. And I am looking a lot toward the direction we came from.
Okay.
But sitting still and
You got it.
shouting out to Ronan, 6 minutes.
Perfect. Perfect. Do you touch the amulet at all, like with your fingers, your hands?
Yeah,
You,
like I
pick
have
it
a
up?
thumb like over it that I just keep kind of like
Oh,
touching
okay.
back and forth.
There's a stone in the middle. It's quite beautiful. I think I linked it to you guys a long time ago. Here, let me just bring it up.
I probably have it. I'm probably wearing it side by side with my locket. So
You are. That's actually amazing, actually, that they're next to each other. Oh, man. Okay. I would say this. As you stand here in the swamp, with the rain falling down, and you know, kind of feeling the jewel in the middle of the amulet, the connection there. There's a moment where you almost feel completely at peace before there's an overwhelming feeling of bloodlust that overwhelms you just for a moment. As you look around at the corpses in front of you, the crocodiles kind of like laying belly up. You hold on to it. I'd like you to roll a wisdom save for me.
well, this fits so far with my personality trait perfectly. So
Nice, nice.
the sense of peace and the bloodlust is perfect.
Yeah.
This is just affirming that I was meant to have this. This is exactly what was supposed to happen.
Ooh, look at this. As you continue to kind of feel this new unbalancing, we'll call it, you look around you, first at D1, as you look at him and you see something is wrong. There's a bit of a purple hue that kind of runs up the left side of his body up into about his hip. It covers most of his left leg and some of his right leg. It's very odd. I would describe it as like a phosphorescent kind of like a blacklight responsive kind of deal. It's almost like a bioluminate. I don't know. You understand?
Yeah.
No one else seems to have this on them. He seems to be the only one. You look at Ronan. Ronan seems like he's doing some kind of ritual. He doesn't seem to be emanating any kind of energies or anything. You look at Brandy. You notice the same. It's only D1 that you notice this. In this moment, and I'm sorry, I'm dragging this out a little. In this moment, Aliva, just make sure I do this right. You hear, just for one solitary moment, just one little moment, as you take in the feelings of this unbalancing. You hear a voice, a small voice, and it says, It echoes through your mind, Aliva. You look around you, from behind you and in front of you, and it isn't from your companions. You know deep inside that it is coming from something other than these people around you. There's something, a presence. You can't be sure where. It could be from the amulet. It could be from the locket. It could be from the mall. It's hard to know.
And it's another.
It said another.
Suspicious. I mean, I would
Yeah.
remember that the others have all reported that the amulet has tried to influence them, so that would make me a little bit paranoid. But yeah, I can't quite say whether or not it could be something else. So,
Yeah.
but I am giving D1 a funny look.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Are you doing
Aliva.
something?
Sorry.
I mean, just being my awesome self.
Oh. Just roll my eyes and look away.
That's amazing. roll 2d20 for me, Aliva. Just regular 2d20. Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, nice.
So I was going to ask you to choose which side you would rather, which side you want for the unpleasant feeling, and which side you would like for the kind of the overwhelming bloodlust that you feel here. But it seems as though you rolled 2 10s, so it doesn't seem as though you have a choice, really. In this case,
We're gonna call it an unlucky 20, or I don't know.
that's really crazy.
An
that
unnatural
happened.
20.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. This is so weird. I didn't account for this happening.
The natural happy.
Yeah, like maybe we should just let this how it is. That's
A
cool.
bloodlust happy.
I'll let you decide. Would you like to just keep this, or I'll let you re-roll?
I don't know,
It's really
man.
up
Don't
to
answer me.
Well, it's up to you. So
That's
each one of
fine.
these die represent your which this is so hard to
I'm
explain.
either happy or I'm bloodlusty, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what happens if I get both?
Then that's where we're at right now.
Are they? But my question being, are they halved? Are they
So-
doubled? Are they?
I would count
Equal?
this as
You're
I would
happy
count
about
this
your
as
bloodlustiness.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
saying.
would
So
count this as a natural, just a borderline 0. So you would probably be no different. Nothing would change right now.
ooh, that's boring. No, we don't
I
want
know
that.
it is boring, right?
We're going
So if you
bloodlust,
wanna-
baby.
Yep. Go. Let's see it.
What do you mean? Let's see it. What am I doing now?
Yeah, go ahead and re-roll 2d20.
All right.
2 10s, of course.
I don't want nothing to happen.
Oh, look at
Holy
that
shit, that's nice.
Ooh,
Woo,
yay.
This is gonna be crazy. All
This
right.
game wanted me to have a 20 for
It
this.
wanted you to have a 20, 100%. The choice is, which side do you want to give into the most? What do you want to learn more about? What are you more intrigued by?
Nobody cares about being happy. That's so boring. We did
Ooh,
that. That's
yeah.
like 2019.
All right. So you're gonna put the 20 in the uneasy feeling of bloodlust. It's
Well,
hard to
considering
know.
it's literally part of my personality trait. Yeah, we're doing
Love
that.
it. Love it. Okay, Aliva.
Or I guess
As
flaws.
you-
Personality flaws.
No, it's perfect. It's so good. You begin to, you look around at what your companions are doing. You realize that everybody's more or less doing their own thing. As you take a moment to kind of look down at the pond in front of you, as you continue to observe, you feel uneasy, as if there's a presence unknown to you in this area. As your bloodlust kind of begins to seep out of its seams just a little bit, Aliva, you can feel just a little bit. It's like somebody's trying to deceive you here, and it's not one of your companions. There's something that isn't right here about the area. As you kind of get down low, and Aliva, you see it. It doesn't take long before you understand that there is absolutely one last displacer beast. It's very small, very frail looking, skinny.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said I got down?
Sorry?
Like you said I'm crouched down?
You're crouched. Now you're looking through the around the foliage here into the water in front of you, and as you look around to your back, you see him. He's stealth.
So I would
And
immediately
he's little.
look back to the other people to see if they've noticed, and then just be so freaking angry for a second. Like, just great. Another one. They're gonna get distracted by this. It's gonna become a whole thing, and I just kind of am glaring at this little creature. Like, I swear to God, if you come over here.
Yeah, Aliva, you make contact for just a moment with its eye. You can see it's very small, very little, pinpoint green, little green dots, if you will, in the brush here. What would you like to do?
I mean, so with that 20, I'm assuming the bloodlust is like pretty fucking crazy, or is it pretty tame?
You have like a rage about your face. You sense almost a cowering by this creature, by your presence.
Yeah, I think based on that roll, then I am going to turn around, look at the others, see how far along they are. See that Ronan's still working. D1 is glowing. Brandy is probably drinking, and just get so pissed. Kind of glance up to where Grumback and Dead Thistlefoot are, and I'd storm off toward that creature. And there's the fog, so you may not even notice that I'm leaving.
All right, yeah. Do you want to just kind of get up and, I would say, everyone except for Brandy, roll a perception check with disadvantage. So Brandy roll natural, but everyone else a disadvantage except for Aliva. So just Ronan and D1. So Ronan and D1 perception with disadvantage, and Brandy with advantage. Sorry, there are reasons. I know it doesn't seem fair.
I think perception with advantage, though, for me.
With advantage, yep. 21, nice, very nice. Okay, Ronan, with his ritual, is very kind of preoccupied in the moment here. D1 is currently tying up this displacer beast, and you feel, D1, as you do it, that there are bones that are out of the socket and possibly broken ligaments and such. You can feel it as you're kind of wrapping the creature up here. As
I'm sort of tying, but I'm like tying the displacer beast, but my head's turned staring at Aliva. What you looking at?
Where she's actually walking away. That's what the perception check's for. And you don't notice her. Brandy does. As she kind of begins to walk away here. Which direction are you walking in? Over here in this direction?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just like twirling one of the
just
scimitars,
for RP.
just twirling it.
Got it. Yeah, the creature seems to just be frozen, stuck here, frozen. And now that you're closer, Aliva, roll a perception check. You guys are great sports, thank you. Look at that. You notice pretty easily that this displacer beast is just bone and skin. It's really weak. You notice it doesn't seem to have its tentacles yet. I mean, there are like little parts that you can see that they don't seem to be fully grown. This seems to be, yeah, exactly. This seems to be a very young displacer beast. And it doesn't seem to be, yeah, it's starved for sure. Definitely malnourished. You can tell that it's definitely cowering as you approach. It doesn't seem to be like threatening towards you at all as it kind of gets lower to the ground.
Yeah, I think this is tricky. There is the blood loss, but I'm also like,
yeah,
I'm also like, I probably would start angrily pacing and just kind of I'm throwing a temper tantrum essentially.
Sure.
And
are you making a lot of are you making noise as you kind of
I mean, noise in front of this creature, but I don't know if I'm making enough noise to warrant the others hearing, unless Brandy follows or something. But
yeah, you're only 15-20 feet away from Brandy, so she noticed you get up and walk away, so she's probably watching you.
Yeah, so I'm probably kind of huffing and puffing and pacing shortly back and forth because I'm staring at this thing and part of me is pissed and I'll just fucking kill it. I don't even care. It won't be a nuisance. And then I'm also looking at this pathetic little creature and going, what's the point? And
yeah, are you like crouching down? Are you looking in its general direction, or are you?
I'm scowling at it like it's to blame for everything that's happened to my life today. But that's about it.
Perfect. Brandy, with your 21, we're gonna let this carry over a little. You notice that she's definitely looking at something. She's irritated, annoyed by something. As you kind of see her get up and kind of begin to pace a little bit back and forth, you can hear a little under her breath as she begins to kind of. You can hear. You just can't make out exactly what she's looking at, but there's something she seems annoyed with.
Okay. Well, I would definitely call out because I would see her being agitated, and I'm a little wary of her just in general still. So I would say, everything okay over there, Oliva?
Fuck off.
Where am I supposed to go?
Bombs that way. Just kind of point with one arm toward the water.
Oh, I'm a terrible swimmer.
I know.
Oh no! You sense she is absolutely just ready.
Yeah.
You know,
she's cranky.
Yeah.
I don't part of me wants to fuck with her a little bit, but the other part of me definitely respects the fact that she could probably kick my ass if she really wanted to. So I think I would just kind of try and find out what she's looking at. I wouldn't necessarily interfere and like walk in her path or anything. I would just try and to be not even super stealthily, but I would just kind of get up and see what she's looking at.
all right. I love this. This is perfect, Brandy.
At this point, I'm basically hoping that either the small displacer beast attacks me so I have a reason, or something else attacks.
Yeah,
I'm like, come on, anything at this point, just get in my way.
Well, Rummy is right behind you too, and I'm gonna say just for the sake of it, Rummy. Yeah, it's so great. So like,
yeah, I'm like avoiding her because I don't want to get into a
Just going
confrontation
back.
because she's mad.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you D1. Since you're here, I'm gonna let you roll a perception check for Rummy.
Yeah, alright.
It just makes sense.
Perception.
Perception. Just add your stuff. Oh my God, add your stuff to it.
Although I think you don't use
It's just your
yeah,
your
he won't
proficiency,
have
right?
things.
Yeah. So it's what's your we add your proficiency, right? I believe.
Yeah, I
or
think
your
ours are
nudes.
both similar, so I just use that. I can
Yeah,
look it
okay.
up, but yeah.
Perfect. Well, that's high enough anyway. You definitely see the two little green eyes. That seems to be. You can see this horrible, the skinny little beast, kind of down in the mud, down below the tree line here, as the rain is just falling down. The thunder's roaring around you. You can barely make it out, but you can see it. And Oliva seems to be looking at it as well. And you can see Brandy kind of approach. I'm just going to move your character just a little bit for the sake of it. Yeah. Okay.
Alright, I am going to fly Rummy up and sort of have him sort of hover right around here. Oops, sorry, to block it. If he tries to run, I want to block his way.
All right. Rummy is kind of does Rummy kind of go up in a quick fashion? Is he slow? Like how does
No,
he?
he goes nice and slow and calm. He flies in high above his
Yeah.
head and then slowly goes straight down and hovers about maybe 6 feet off the ground.
You see the young displacer beast kind of look to it like behind it quick as it hears Rummy kind of get close to the ground, but then it kind of looks back in Oliva's direction here and just keeps its eyes on her.
Yeah, then I'm whipping around to stare at D1 like, what the fuck are you doing now? We're not getting a fourth one.
I'm just gonna say, we got Ronan here doing some funky animal talk shit. That little fucker looks about Brandy's size.
We don't need another animal.
Well, I mean,
No!
for the little wee halfling.
No, I want the big one.
I mean, we could give you a big one. I could ride the little one. I might crush it right to the ground, but
I need to put this little one out of its misery, man.
I mean,
Put myself out of my misery.
Or Oliva might
could-
drown herself.
Rummy and Bitters could ride the little one.
Well, bitters can fly, so.
Are you having this conversation in the rain? It's so funny.
Shouting.
Yeah, Ronan's like doing his thing over here.
Yeah. So I'm actually gonna get Rummy.
From backs, like these people are fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
I think
gone.
actually,
He's, like,
at
out
this
of
point,
sight.
yeah, I'd be approaching the little displacer beast and literally going, like, shooing it with my sword. Like, go on, go!
So Rummy's gonna really quickly fly down here to the dead alligator, or dead crocodile, sorry.
Yeah.
And he is gonna dig his skin into its belly and rip a piece of like liver off out of it.
Say that again. Sorry.
He's gonna like cut into his belly with his like sharp teeth.
Into which one?
Into this crocodile's belly.
Okay.
And he's gonna try to grab.
Rummy's gonna do this. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and he's specifically gonna try to grab a piece of liver.
A piece of liver.
He's liver diving. Okay.
Interesting.
Feed the little creature.
Roll a.
Yeah.
Just for fun.
Don't say this last word.
Just for fun.
Roll a medicine check.
Medicine. No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
no,
think medicine's
liver
right.
is right.
Medicine or survival
no.
just to see if you can locate the liver.
Yeah.
Pretty big organ.
What's higher? Medicine or survival? What's my survival?
Yeah, I'll let you choose.
They're both one.
Yeah.
We'll go survival.
Okay. Oh, full 5. This is just for fun, by the way. So as Rummy kind of cuts the side of the gator open, Rummy accidentally cuts into the intestine a bit as well, and some of the bile and such kind of spills over into all of the other cavities. It kind of gets down into where some of the organs would be. And Rummy kind of skirts around a little with his little fins in there, just not really minding. He's pushing stuff to the side, looking for where the liver might be, and he finally finds it, but not before it's completely just surrounded and covered in just shit from intestines.
Nice. He's still gonna grab it.
Okay.
And he's gonna dive down into the water here.
Okay. We got
with
it.
the liver in his mouth.
Okay.
And he's gonna do like the back four shake to try to rinse it off while he's in the water.
I'm gonna summon more crocodiles.
Oh man, this is fucking phenomenal. I love it. Okay, yeah, Rummy's like, rah, he's shaking it around, trying to clean it off. Perfect.
Yeah. And then he's gonna dart back under the water.
You got it.
And he's gonna come up to here, and he's gonna slowly fly in. And he's gonna put the liver. He's gonna sort of toss the liver like as close to the thickest space as he can.
Oh, you're just gonna toss it at the young displacer beast.
Yeah,
okay.
like a light toss to try to get it like to land like a foot in front of him.
Sure. As you toss the liver at the displacer beast in front of you here, Aliva, you see Rummy kind of approach with the liver in its mouth, and he kind of gets close and throws it down on the floor, on the swamp floor here, just between a couple of pieces of brush. And the displacer beast kind of looks at you for a moment, gets real low to the ground, even lower, as it kind of slowly inches sideways towards the liver. Just very little movements. You can see here that it has 6 legs, Aliva, as it moves to its side. This is 100% a young displacer beast. You can tell it's starving. As it begins to circle around, kind of rotating, pivoting, if you will, until it gets to the liver here. Do you allow it to do this?
Yeah, at this point,
Okay.
I'm fed up with them enough that I honestly might even walk away from this creature altogether, because I'm like, fuck it, they're gonna do whatever they want to, and I'm about close to walking away altogether.
Giving in.
Okay, Aliva.
I'm about to just say I'm gone.
So you turn around, and just as you turn around, you hear the creature kind of begin to start to like tearing into the liver. You can hear the horrible sounds that this would cause over the rain, even as this creature is absolutely starving. You can hear it feasting. You walk kind of away a bit, Aliva. You feel at your chest, kind of at your solar plexus. You feel kind of a warm, it's almost like a heat that's too hot for a moment, as it kind of it hits you, and it kind of spreads throughout all of your body like a ripple. And then you hear once more that voice. Another. It kind of reverberates through your mind once more.
Yeah, I'd hiss back, or I guess mentally hiss back. Another what? And I'm seeing red at this point.
Oh, okay, you got it. And with your nat 20 for your for your bloodlust.
Yeah, it's fairly
We're
contained.
gonna let it
It's
carry.
fairly contained.
Yeah, no, we're gonna let that carry for a while actually, because there's a competition that's happening right now inside of Aliva. It's hard to
One good angel, one bad angel.
It's true. It's pretty much what's going on here. You can see her kind of in conflict. Brandy, you can see it. You're the one that notices it instantly.
Yeah.
As she turns around from the displacer beast, you can see it on her face. She's battling something internally. You can tell as she kind of continues to clutch at her solar plexus. So you can kind of see her hand down, touching something, messing with something underneath, like a necklace or something.
I think I'd want to see. I mean, because I know what it is, right? Like we've seen people
Yes.
respond to the amulet. I know what's happening to her.
Mm-hmm.
I know she's not going to give it to us. I want to see. Can I snatch it?
Oh wow!
Nice
You want to
action
try and
from her.
take it? I would say.
I mean,
if
she's
you
mad.
wanted-
She's on high alert. She's
Mhm.
mad.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling dexterous.
So I would say
Be dexterous enough that bloodlust is gonna spill over.
that's what I'm saying. Like she's battling. right
I
now.
want to see. I want to see.
Does she look
Because
so
because if I
distracted to
ask her
you?
for the amulet, she's not gonna give it to me. I'm gonna
No,
snatch
tell
it.
you
I'm
what.
gonna tell you to go drown yourself.
Oh, this is so
Yes.
great. This is so great. I love this. So, Brandy, roll a perception check for me. Actually, yeah, roll a perception check for me. And we're going to see what that hits. And we're doing this for the sole purpose. Oh my God, that's amazing. You are so good at reading people, Brandy, from your experiences and from your time
Sure.
back in the day that I won't get too far into yet. Your ability to perceive what is on, you understand that when people are
Read the behavior. You
exactly.
can read what's going on.
You can, and you can see that she's very distracted. Even though she's holding on
Yes,
close to she's
sure.
very distracted. You get close to her as she walks by here, and you can see that her hand is actually on the amulet itself. As she
Yes.
kind of like approaches you, and I'm just going to move your characters a little closer together if you don't mind, because it just makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'll just go ahead and let this happen. Brandy, how exactly are you going to?
So I'm
achieve this?
picturing her. I'm kind of just casually walking. I'm relatively casually walking over towards where this little starving friend is, and
Okay.
Aliva's pacing back and forth. And I just picture her. We kind of our paths just happen to cross, and I'm fast. My hand would just reach out and snatch it from her, and I would take it, and I would get away as far as possible, as fast.
Are you trying to break the chain then?
Sure. I think I
So-
could.
Just from an observation and standpoint here, we have this straight. So Brandy, you're really small, right? You're really low to the ground. You're kind of your head kind of comes up probably to her belly, I would say.
Yes,
something like
yes.
that. So as you walk by, she's wearing the amulet around her neck, if I'm not mistaken, and her
Yeah.
hands around it, like down in her, like kind of close to her armor up top there. So you just kind of want to pull it down.
As she's
Sorry.
walking past.
Yes.
Yeah. So she's walking past, and I'm assuming she's not looking down. She's probably looking straight ahead.
Yeah, I'm
My
not looking
arm
directly.
would-
I'm kind of shooting glances side to side, but in an irritated way, not directly looking at you specifically.
Oh,
Because
perfect.
ideally, she wouldn't necessarily see my arm reaching up. The arm
Right.
would come up quick because my arm would have to be at full extension almost to reach
Yeah.
that high up.
Right.
So my arm would reach up full extension, almost like I'm doing a big stretch, maybe. I'm
Yeah.
just doing a big stretch, and I reach out and I get a good grip on it, and I just yank with all the strength that I have.
Oh wow.
Is how I'm picturing it would happen.
Yeah. Gosh. Okay. Aliva, roll a. Oh my God. I don't
Yeah,
even
let's say,
know.
what is this?
Yeah, I was gonna say you would
almost have
so
to be
intense.
perception or
Or
Yeah,
strength or
I don't
both?
think it would
Yeah.
be a
Reactivity?
Well, it would probably just be on Brandy's part, but
yes,
in
yes.
this case, since she's so like focused right now on this thing that's going on with her, I would say, Aliva, roll a perception check, just to, and I'm just doing this because it's wisdom. Do that to see how much presence of mind that you actually have right now in the moment.
Okay, so just plain perception.
Yeah, just a good old perception check for me.
Alright.
What is this? Oh my gosh, that's an 18. So Brandy, as you walk by, what I'm going to need you to do is I'm going to need you to give me a sleight of hand check.
Yeah.
And that is going to have to beat her 18.
Done.
It's probably gonna be 20 or 21.
He's up
Done.
plus 10 on her.
I knew it was coming, but I'm still amazed that it happened.
I know. Wow, Aliva, I'm so sorry. This is great though. This is cool. This is kind of like a thing. So Aliva, and we're gonna.
The immediate question is: does the bloodlust immediately evaporate? Because if it doesn't, I'm striking out with my sword. The second it happens.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Curious.
as Brandy kind of pulls on the amulet very quickly, you, for a moment, you stop dead in your tracks, and the bloodlust is completely gone. You feel normal. You feel messy and disgusting in the swamp, and the people around you are weird people, and they're not nearly as educated as you are, as you see it. But you
that's so
no
bitchy.
longer, but you no longer have this insatiable bloodlust that you just, you don't have that. It seems to be completely eradicated, completely gone.
Okay. So my hand would noticeably tighten around my hilt of my blade. Yeah.
Got it. Yep.
And I'd be looking to Brandy intensely for a second, but
calm.
but then just not do anything.
Yeah, and I would have the amulet secure like in one of my hands, but also my arms would come up in like a listen, we're friends here vibe.
Nice. And you feel it. Leva, as you look at Brandy, like, wow, wait, did she just help me? Possibly?
And I
really feeling that, to be honest, but
okay, no, that's perfect. You can
because you're just I would assume that you would be annoyed in general. So my immediate response would be like, "Hey, you were raging out there pretty hard. I assumed the amulet was to blame, so I figured I would just take it off your hands for a minute."
I say absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
the small displacer creature. I completely ignore them.
Oh. Okay. So you're like, do you focus back on the displacer?
Yeah, I'm just kind of watching now.
Okay.
I'm not giving away anything at this point.
You got it, Aliva. You got it. That is fantastic. Brandy, you now have in your possession the Amulet of Athazar. As you kind of hold the chain here in your hand, you could feel there's like a warmth almost that is emanating from it. Before we end the session, because it's getting late. Sorry we started so late, guys. Ronan, you are now out of your trance. D1, you also are you have completely tied up not only this beast, but I would even let you if you want.
Yeah, I would have tied up.
Tie up the blue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Because you spent a lot of time doing this, so I figured that's only fair. So green, blue, and red are all tied up, and I'll even give you the fact that blue and red are in really bad shape. They're knocked out, but they're in really bad shape, meaning there's a couple of legs that are broken, there's some tendons that are torn, there's some pretty bad wounds. Green seems to be the best shape, but is still in pretty bad shape. It has wounds all over it. It has some kind of black ooze that's mixed in with its blood that you notice pretty much right away, D1, as you're going through the courses of tying these up. Ronan, as you complete the ritual, there's like a shock wave kind of emanates out from your entire body, and the whole world, just for a moment, Ronan, freezes as you look around in this one moment at Brandy, Aliva, D1. All of them are frozen. D1 is tying up the net right where he stands. The rain stops. The thunder, everything that you heard in this moment, everything is frozen in time. The raindrops in the sky, as you can reach out, probably touch one as you look around. And then there's a moment where there's a surge that you feel inside of energy, Ronan. It's heat. that kind of pulses out from your solar plexus and kind of reaches out through your limbs. You can feel like a moment where it seems like you're just gonna you explode. But you don't. You feel a release out of your fingertips and out of your feet, and the time just kind of continues. It kind of catches back up. The thunder itself begins to roar around you. The little bit of birds that you did hear at one point chirp are now chirping around you as you kind of stand here in this moment. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to slap that green displacer beast in space and try and wake it up.
Oh, you're gonna just give it a good old smack?
Yeah.
All right, that's perfect, Ronan. You smack it, give it a good old smack. You see its whiskers kind of twitch a bit.
You trying to wake this thing up?
Uh-huh.
I
Can't
might
talk
go
to a
hell.
sleeping monster.
Here, let's wake it up if you want to wake it up. And I'll cast shape water and grab like a cup full of water
Oh, perfect.
and splash it in its face.
You got it, D1. That's fantastic, actually. As you kind of splash the water in the face here, you notice that it is raining buckets of water, and it had no effect.
Well, I mean,
It was a good idea, though.
directly up his nose might, but okay.
Oh, yeah, no, it's funny. It's funny.
I'm like, well, I tried.
We'll wake him up. We'll let him wake up. I don't want to be an asshole. So he shudders a little.
Some of the blood out.
Part of his, yeah, exactly. Part of his eye opens a bit. You can see there's a little bit of a glow in the iris.
I just do
Lifts his
that,
head.
point at my eyes and his eyes and back to my eyes.
Its ears kind of get real low, almost like aggressively, as it gets lower to the ground. Like its head is barely lifted up off the ground. But you can tell it's irritated, agitated, frustrated. It's mad, but it can't move.
I'm gonna just keep eye contact with it and stand up.
All right.
Say in its language, what were you thinking?
It looks for a moment. Its ears kind of twitch a bit, and they peek up for a moment. As it lifts its head, it spends a little bit more energy and lifts its head up, and its other eye kind of opens just a bit, showing its green glow kind of out the other eye. You can see that this animal is hurt. It's got some blood out of the corner of its mouth. Its nose has a little bit of a slash on it. And before it responds to you, Ronan, that's where we're going to end the session for the evening.
Nice.
I'm so sorry, brother.
No, I'm cool with that.
We're going to have fun with this one.
That'll be a fun way to start the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it should be. So, great job tonight, guys. Thank you guys for being great sports. Since we hit 8 and everything, we started a little late and everything. It's okay. So, next week, I should not have to. I don't think I'll have any reason to not be here at normal time. So, we might be able to get a full session in next week.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's good with it.
Sounds good.
Oh yeah.
Awesome, guys. So, great job, everyone. Congrats on 8 again. We're gonna have a lot of fun.
Hell yeah.
All right. And also, at this point right here, if everybody wants to go ahead and hit that long rest button on their sheets, since you hit level 8, we're gonna do that now.
Up. Yeah.
Yep. You can do that now for your level up, and we'll come back next session with fresh characters.
Nice.
Awesome, guys.
All right, I will stop the recording.
All right. Sounds good.